Good morning, Dikro. How are you? Today we are starting with example number 41, right? So, example number 41, given that if y is equal to sine inverse x, if y is equal to sine inverse x, then prove that 1 minus x square into 1 minus x square into d square y by dx square, 1 minus x square into d square y by dx square minus x dy by dx is equal to 0, minus x dy by dx is equal to 0, right? So we have to prove this. Now this is given, y is equal to sine inverse x, right? So y is equal to sine inverse x given, as usual. See result number 1, right? Now differentiating this with respect to x, differentiating this with respect to x. Now derivative of y is y1, either dy by dx. So dy by dx is equal to derivative of sine inverse x is 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. This you know, right? This is standard formula. Now, as I told you earlier, if after finishing the first derivative there is a something in denominator, cross multiply, and denominator is square root, then squaring both sides. So we are taking these two left hand side. So this is square root of 1 minus x square into dy by dx is equal to 1. Now here a term is root 1 minus x square. So squaring both sides. So squaring both sides, what we get? 1 minus x square into dy by dx whole square is equal to 1 into dy by dx whole square is equal to 1, right? Now, is any simplification is possible? No. Then say this is result number 2, and again differentiating with respect to x. Again differentiating with respect to x, right? So this is u into v form. So keep 1 minus x square as it is. So 1 minus x square as it is. Now you know derivative of y1 square. This is y1, right? You know d dx of y1 square, right? Is, this is bracket raised to n. So this is 2 times bracket and derivative of y1 again, right? So what is your answer? 2 times y1 into derivative of y1 is y2. This you know. So now derivative of this dy by dx whole square is 2 times dy by dx, and derivative of dy by dx is d square y by dx square, d square y by dx square, right? Now plus this is as it is. So dy by dx whole square as it is, and derivative of this 1 0 minus, and derivative of x square is twice x is equal to 0. And as you know, while we are squaring both sides, there is a term 2y1, that is dy by dx common from this. So taking 2y1 dy by dx common. So what is remaining? 1 minus x square into d square y by dx square, right? Minus 2 is common, x remaining, and 1 dy by dx. So x dy by dx is equal to 0, right? Because 2y1 either dy by dx not equal to 0, right? So see, what is this? This is what you want to prove, right? So this is true, right? Now next question is question number 12. Question number 12 is if y is equal to cos inverse x, y is equal to cos inverse x, then find d square y by dx square in terms of y only. In terms of y only. This is the question. Right? So what is given here? Y is equal to cos inverse x. Right? So if we starting with this, then our answer is this: 1 minus x square into y2 minus x divided by dx equal to 0. But here the answer here is x square also x. Now what is given here? We have to find out in terms of y only. So given is here y is equal to cos inverse x. So can I be like multiplying by both sides cos? What we get? Cos y is equal to x. We learn in second chapter ITF, inverse trigonometric function, right? So x is equal to cos y. Now differentiating this function, right? So this is result number 1. So differentiating with respect to x. So differentiating this function with respect to x. What we get? Derivative of cos y is minus sin y, and this is a function of y, and we are differentiating with respect to x. So according to chain rule, we have to multiply by dy by dx. So into dy by dx is equal to derivative of x with respect to x is 1. Right? Now our target is to find out the d square y by dx square. Right? So this is minus sin y, dy by dx is equal to 1. So dy by dx is equal to minus 1 upon sin y, that is minus cosec y. Right? Say this is result number 2, and again differentiating with respect to x. Again differentiating with respect to x. Right? So derivative of y1 dy by dx is d square y by dx square. So d square y by dx square is equal to minus, now derivative of cosec y. What is the derivative of cosec y? Minus cosec y into cot y, and we are differentiating with respect to x. So multiply by dy by dx. Right? Multiply by dy by dx. So this is minus minus plus, so cosec y into cot y, and from result number 2, value of dy by dx is minus cosec y. So this is minus cosec y. Right? This is due to result number 2. Right? So your final answer is minus cosec square y into cot y, minus cosec square y into cot y, which is in terms of y only. Right? Suppose from here, if we differentiate this with respect to x, so this is second method, or like this, then what we get? Dy by dx, I am not writing dy by dx, I am writing y1 is equal to minus 1 upon under root 1 minus x square, minus 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. Now after finishing this first differentiation, there is a term in denominator which are in square root. So cross multiplying and taking square. So similarly like this, the next step is under root 1 minus x square into y1 is equal to minus 1. Now squaring both sides, what we get? 1 minus x square into y1 square is equal to 1. So see now here, both are same. So same answer will be there. So I am not doing this, I am leaving this for you, for practice. Right? But why we did this type of different here? because our requirement is answer in terms of y. That's why we are doing like this. Okay, got it? So next question is question number 11, right? So question number 11. Given that if y is equal to 5 cos x minus 3 sin x, if y is equal to 5 cos x minus 3 sin x, then prove that d square y by dx square plus y equal to 0. Then prove that d square y by dx square plus y is equal to 0. That is, in other word, y2 plus y is equal to 0. I am going to prove this, y2 plus y is equal to 0. So what is given here? Y is equal to 5 times cos x minus 3 sin x. Say result number 1, because there is no simplification. This is in simple form only, right? So now differentiating with respect to x. So differentiating with respect to x, derivative of y, y1 is equal to, now this is 5 into cos x, there is 2 terms but 5 is constant. So keep 5 as it is, and derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Similarly, same here, minus 3 is constant and derivative of sin x is cos x. So y1 is equal to minus 5 sin x, minus 5 sin x, minus 3 cos x. No need to simplify this. So again differentiating. So say this is result number 1. Before differentiating, the last step is your result number 1, 2, 3, whatever, right? So again differentiating with respect to x. Derivative of y1 is y2 is equal to minus 5, similarly constant. Derivative of sin x is cos x. So here sin x is again cos x minus 3, and derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So minus sin x. So simplifying this, y2 is equal to minus 5 cos x plus 3 sin x. Now see, this is your answer. Oh no, this is not your answer. So what to do? Check result number 2. Is result number 2 is applicable here? No. Then go for result number 1. Is result number 1 is applicable? Yes or no? Yeah, there is a problem of minus. So taking minus common and then applying result number 1, right? So y2 is equal to minus 5 cos x minus 3 sin x. Now what is this? See, this is your result number 1. That is, answer of this is y. So therefore y2 is equal to minus y due to result number 1. So therefore y2 plus y is equal to 0, and hence this is proved. Hence this is proved. So these are very easy examples. Only you have to apply standard derivative of a function given and apply second derivative, first derivatives rule. You can get your answer very easily. Then next question is question number 13. Next question is question number 13. This is a nice example and important for your exam point of view. So given that y is equal to 3 times cos log x, y is equal to 3 times cos log x plus 4 times sin log x, 4 times sin log x. Then prove that x square into y2, x square into y2 plus x y1, x square into y2 plus x y1 plus y is equal to 0. plus y is equal to 0, right? So we have to prove this thing. So starting with this, here y is equal to 3 times cos log x plus 4 times sin log x. No need to simplify, so say this is result number 1, right? Now differentiating with respect to x. So differentiating with respect to x, derivative of y is y1. Now 3 is constant, so 3 as it is. Here derivative of cos bracket, this is not your standard form, this is bracket. So derivative of bracket, right? You know d dx of cos bracket is minus sin bracket into d dx of bracket. This you know, d dx of cos bracket, because this x is not x here, this is log x. So this is not a standard formula. So instead of if there is no standard formula, right, then what we say? Bracket. So derivative cos bracket is minus sin bracket, and if there is a bracket, you have to differentiate that bracket again. So d dx of bracket. So applying this rule here, what is answer? Minus sin bracket, और bracket में क्या है? log x. So d dx of log x. Got it? So putting log x here also. Right? Now this is plus 4 times. Again sin bracket. Now I am writing directly. This is cos bracket and d dx of bracket, and d dx of bracket, that is log x. Right? Similarly, d dx of sin bracket is cos bracket into d dx of bracket. Right? So y1 is equal to minus, right, 3 times sin log x, and derivative of log x is 1 upon x. So 1 upon x plus 4 times cos log x into derivative of log x is 1 upon x. So again here, after finishing first differentiation, there is a term in denominator. So if terms are in denominator, then cross multiplying or take LCM, both are same thing. So taking x to here, cross multiplying x y1 is equal to minus 3 times sin log x plus 4 cos log x. Right? Now no more simplification possible here. So say this is result number 2. Right? So again differentiating with respect to x. Again differentiating with respect to x. Right? Now this is your answer, not mine. Answer of this is y2. Because you are writing x is equal to 1 derivative. y1 derivative y2, but that is wrong answer. That is wrong answer. So keep in mind, this is not a one function. This is a multiplication of two functions. So you have to apply here u into v form. Product rule. You have to apply product rule. So keep in mind, right? Because many students are making mistake here. They are writing only y2 because derivative of x is y, x is 1 and y1 derivative is y2. So that is wrong, right? So be aware here. So x as it is, right? Now derivative of y1 is y2 plus y1 as it is, and now derivative of x is 1, right? So x is 1, right? So this is equal to minus 3 constant. Now sin bracket, similarly like this, sin bracket derivative, cos bracket, and derivative of 1 of bracket is 1 upon x. So I am writing directly this derivative because you did here. So no need to write this d dx of log x again. So derivative of sin bracket is cos bracket. So cos log x and derivative of log x is 1 upon x. Right? If you are able to write like this, you can write directly here also. No need to write this step here also. Right? Plus 4 constant. Again derivative cos log x. Derivative cos log x is this. Cos log x is this. So what is the answer? Cos bracket is minus sine bracket, and derivative of bracket again is 1 upon x. So this is your answer. So this is our finished second derivative is finished. Now there is a 1 upon x. 1 upon x here. So again taking LCM, either cross multiplication. So this becomes x square y2 plus x y1 is equal to, this is minus, this is minus. So taking minus common also. So minus, this is 3 times cos log x plus 4 times sin log x. So now check your answer. What you want? X square y2 already there. X y1 we get. Now this is not. But what you require? Y. So check your result number 2 is not, because y is your result number 1. So result number 1 is this 3 cos log x plus 4 sin x. So this is x square y2 plus x y1 is equal to minus 1 because of 1. So now taking y to left hand side. So this is x square y2 plus x y1 plus y is equal to 0. So this is what you want to prove. Right? Got it? Next question is question number 14. If y is equal to a into e raised to mx plus b into e raised to mx, then prove that y2 minus m plus n y1, y2 minus m plus n y1 plus mny is equal to 0. So this is our question. Now here what is given? Y is equal to a into e raised to mx plus b into e raised to mx. See result number 1, right? So y1 is equal to a constant, e raised to bracket, derivative of e raised to bracket is e raised to bracket, you know, d dx of e raised to bracket is equal to e raised to bracket into d dx of bracket, applying chain rule. This you know, right? So differentiating this, what we get? E raised to mx, and derivative of mx is m again, plus b as it is, derivative of same thing, e raised to mx. So e raised to mx, right? This must be n, e raised to nx, right? So this is n. So this is e raised to nx into n, right? Now again differentiating with respect to x. So again differentiating with respect to x, y2 is equal to now a and m is constant, so m a constant, e raised to mx similarly this, so e raised to mx into m derivative, right, plus b n cancel constant, so n b again derivative of this, e raised to nx into n, right? So y2 is equal to m square a into e raised to mx plus n square b into e raised to nx. So this is your result number 2 and this is result number 3. Now you know, as I told you earlier, that in this type of example, while exponential function is given, then find out what you want, y1, y2, and substitute value in left hand side and get right hand side equal to 0. So now left hand side. So left hand side is m2 minus m plus n y1 plus mny, right? So y2 is your result number 3. So this is m square a into e raised to mx plus n square b into e raised to nx minus m plus n y1 is result number 2, that is a m e raised to mx plus b n e raised to nx. This is y1 plus mn. So plus mn and y, that is result number 1, is a e raised to mx plus b e raised to nx, right? So now multiplying this and multiplying this also. So this is m square a e raised to mx plus n square b e raised to nx minus multiply by m. What we get? A m square e raised to mx minus m n b e raised to nx. This multiply by this. Now multiply by n. So minus a m n e raised to mx. Now read this minus n square b e raised to nx, right? Plus m n, this with a e raised to mx. So m n a e raised to mx and plus this is m n b e raised to nx, right? Now this is a m square e raised to mx. So a m square e raised to mx, a m square e raised to mx will get. This is n square b e raised to nx, n square b e raised to nx. This will be cut, right? This is mn e raised to mx. This is mn a into e raised to mx. This will cut and this will cut. So what you get? You will get 0. So all term cancel. So answer is 0. That is your right hand side, and hence this is true. So remember, in this type of question, you have to find out what you require, y1, y and y2. So find out y1, y2 and substitute in left hand side, you will get your right hand side. But never go substituting this value of e raised to mx, m is a y minus b e raised to nx, right? As we did in previous example, never go for that, right? Otherwise it's a complicated simplification for you. So straightforward way is for exponential function, right? Find out y1, y2 and substitute in given statement left hand side and get your right hand side, whatever you want, equal to 0 or what is the given, right?